What's going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome back. We've got our first official hero hot list for Season 0 in Marvel Rivals, showing us all the stats for all the heroes in the game, the pick rates, the win rates, from Bronze to Grandmaster, from competitive to quick play. We've got PC to console, you name it, they've got it, and they're going to blow your mind. There's some heroes here that people might rank high in the tier list, maybe someone like myself, but the stats show otherwise. So is your main actually good? Let's find out. So just released a couple moments ago, we got the hero hot list. It was last updated a couple days ago, even though it just came out. And I will go ahead and drop the link down in the description if you guys want to surf through it yourself. You guys can see we've got it split into platform, game mode, and roles, which is pretty sweet. And then when we go to competitive, we can also see it divided by rank. Let's go to kick this thing off a little casual, guys, and we'll look at PC and quick play. And look at one thing's jumping out. Saw the tweet. Makes a lot of sense. It was an industry plant character made for millennials, and it looks to be so. Jeff, the baby land shark, #1 pick rate in the game in quick play. 21.18% is wild. I did not expect this, but I also am not surprised that this is the most big character when people just want to have fun. I mean, come on, they just want to look at him more. Win rate 45%. And we're going to go back to pick rate, but for just reference, 56 is the top of the top rate. So what, 50% and below is considered probably that tilting point, at least in my eyes. But going back here to the pick rate, in quick play, we'll look at pick rate, and then in comp, we can sort by win rate. Probably makes more sense. Venom coming in second at 19%, so pretty big drop off to Cloak and Dagger, which look at the difference between the win rate on Cloak and Jeff, a whopping 5%. And what's crazy, guys, is that this is not small numbers. I mean, we already know there are millions of people playing this game, so millions and millions of games. There's a lot of data packed into these characters, right? So a full percent is probably an actual pretty big chunk of games when, you know, looking at everything together. It's pretty comical to look at the top 10, and they're not exactly Marvel's most iconic characters, right? Like, obviously, Spider-Man's tough to play. But, like, you know, I don't know if I thought I would see Penny Parker and Mantis towards the top here. I'm going to be honest, but, you know, we've got a big difference between even something like, you know, 5 down is 15% compared to that 21. Overwhelmingly favorite. I don't know if this builds in the game mode. That might skew a little bit, but you can only be Jeff. This does say quick play, so maybe not. We don't know. We don't have access to that, so it is going to be tough, you know, to tell the nitty gritty there. Now, another thing that jumps out, guys, is that Penny Parker has a 55% win rate compared to Mantis even at 56 in quick play. Now, this is going to go down a little bit, probably in competitive as you go up the ranks. You guys are going to see why I made 2 tier lists a few days back. But that's shocking, especially because you have someone like Luna, who's obviously really good at a only at 50. Why are there so many tanks that are high pick rates? I don't know what game they're looking at the stats for, but I swear to God, every single time I play quick play, it's at least 4 DPS auto locked, maybe 2 healers, maybe a tank, but most of the time it's like the one guy willing to play strategist and everybody else playing DPS. So I don't know how these are so high. I need access to these private lobbies, please. Thank you, Newverse. Pretty cool to see, though, that we've got a lot of the tanks high up there. Thor is much higher than I would have thought in quick play. You know, quick play, you really can't take too much data into this. Like, I don't know. I don't take what I'm seeing here too seriously. People are just, they're playing what they want to practice. It's season 0. They're having fun. But I do want to see what is at the bottom before we kind of move on here. Storm, of course, is where I thought she would be. Namor at only 2.76 in quick play is insane. What? Why is nobody playing this guy in quick play? This is definitely going to be different in comp. I guarantee you this is going to be a much higher number. But I'm shocked by this, especially because he doesn't even have a bad win rate. Like 49%, that makes sense for Storm. Black Widow has got a higher pick rate with a massive gap in win. People either enjoy losing, or this is when their team is losing and they swap over to Black Widow. I don't know how long you have to play for it to count as a hero. I'll be honest, I don't know that stat, but I feel like that's some of the stats here. Now, also joining these guys at the bottom of quick play, Wolverine, Black Panther. These kind of make sense. Magic, right? Iron Fist. All these characters share one thing in common, and that's characters that you have to train to get good with. And so people, like, I know for myself, I've done some nasty bad games with Black Panther, and not like, oh, I'm bad. Like, I'm terrible. I'm just complete garbage because I was learning the character in Quickplay before I would take it into rank. There's nothing worse than people learning a character in rank. But look at this, guys. We've got Hella at a 6. Why is Hella so low in Quick? This must be console combined with PC. I noticed something. You can sort it by in competitive, but when I go console here, same numbers, right? No difference. I think maybe these are merged potentially for Quickplay. We are going to see something different for competitive. All right, now quickly, I do want to get to competitive, but I want to divide it by role for a moment. And Duelist in Quickplay for probably both, no matter how you play the game, PC, console. Punisher comes in at the top, 8%, with Moon Knight, Iron Man, and Scarlet Witch to follow, which is kind of shocking. Like, why is Hella not up here? I bet you the win rate is much better. 46% is awful, and 47 I think is pretty bad. Like, if we sort this by win rate, obviously, yep, this is what I thought. Hella's at the top. Magic coming right after that, and Namor, even though they're picked not a lot in Quickplay. But then check this out. I guarantee you. Yeah, look at this. Punisher is... this is an awful number. Punisher, Winter Soldier, and Moon Knight. We're not shocked by Black Widow and Hawkeye. People, they just think they're good at sniping. They're not. But that's wild how much he's picked. Clearly, it's the COD bros coming to the game. They know how to shoot a gun, right? That they feel comfortable. Hero shooters, there's a lot coming at you. There's a lot new. So Punisher actually being the most picked does make a lot of sense. But going to Strategist, here we go. Adam Warlock and Loki towards the bottom. You know what? Keep sleeping on Loki, guys. I want him to stay down there. I need him to get buffed up. I think he's too bad. He's too bad, rivals. Buff him up. Rocket Raccoon, Luna, Mantis, Cloak and Dagger. And we end on the Vanguards in Quickplay with the top being picked is Venom, Penny Parker, Thor, and Doctor Strange, with Magneto, Groot, and Hulk the least picked. I mean, Magneto's picked half of what Venom is shocking. That's definitely not going to be the same in competitive. And then we've got Penny, Thor, and Cap as the highest win rate. Do show me what Captain Americas are playing this game, because 52% is crazy work. So there you have it. That is going to be Quickplay. We got it sorted by win rate here if you guys want to take a quick look. But yeah, nothing jumps out crazy outside of some of the pick versus the win rate. But now we get to the good stuff. Let's get to competitive. All right, so we've got a lot of digging to do here, but we're going to start with just every single rank, every role, PC, and then we can go to console here in competitive. And to nobody's surprise, Mantis, top of the list, 55%. So that's going to be the bar to beat for every single rank is 55. Again, I would say probably below 50 is considered, you know, a bit under average if I were to check here. I am curious, do we think Mantis is top of console? Probably, yeah. Okay, so Mantis also top of console. Not surprised. We'll go through that in a second. So Mantis, Hella, and Loki coming towards the top. I don't like this list. It's starting to show why I like Loki so much. It's just right under Hella. Obviously, Loki is played a ton in Plat and below because you can't ban Hella, and it's a very good team up there. But what jumps out to me right away in this kind of top 7 is Magic. Look how high Magic is at 53%. And I think I saw her higher in console too. And listen, a good Magic is devastatingly scary. And the bar's not as high as someone like Black Panther to learn the character and to get really good at her one-shot combos and just kind of her play style. But with only a 4% pick rate is wild. I think we're going to see some of these numbers change pretty drastically the next season because people are going to see, all right, she's winning a lot, but she's not being picked. We need to pick her more. Adam Warlock coming in right after that with Rocket Raccoon. I knew Rocket would be high up here. A lot of people playing Punisher and Rocket as just like a combo. And so it doesn't surprise me that his win rate is so high. You know, maybe Punisher is also going to be up there, but maybe people coming from like, you know, other shooters might drag his stats down. Now, working our way down a bit, we have Penny Parker at 18% pick rate. That's 1 in every 5 games nearly have a Penny Parker across everything in PC competitive with 53%. So again, that doesn't shock me. I'm going to be interested to see when we take out bronze, silver. You can't combine ranks, so we're going to have to separate it there. But Thor and Black Panther to follow. Black Panther down to a 3% and Storm at a 0.6. Dude, I'm telling you, nobody was picking Storm, which is why they gave her such good buffs. And all that, guys, if you guys want to know the balances coming to the game, I've got a whole video that I'm going to put a lot of production into, and I didn't want to rush that out. And so if you guys want to see by visualization what that looks like, that will follow this video. Now, honestly, across the board, I thought Hulk would be picked a bit more because of his cracked team up. Again, curious to see if we do see that across more ranks. Doctor Strange coming in with a 19% pick rate, pretty high, 50% win. And Luna Snow. Again, nothing else jumps out way too much. Lowest win rate, though, is going to be, once again, Black Widow, Jeff, wow, Squirrel, Moon Knight, and the Punisher. Cloak and Dagger is starting to make sense why they got buffed pretty massively. They got an extra ult, which is crazy work. Scarlet Witch was about where I thought she would be. I think she's going to be a bit higher in low elo, but time will tell. Venom, Winter, and Wolverine. So that's going to be win rate for all of them. But let's go to console for the win rate quickly. I don't play on console. I do know it's a different world out there. I got to say, I know in Overwatch, when that game first came out, I was top 500 in console, and then I was not even close in PC. It's just so different. I don't know how to explain it. Like, for example, I know like flying characters are harder to hit on console from what I remember. If you can like master a flank character, I feel like you're just much better off, which is kind of what we're seeing here a little bit. Mantis into Magic, Hela, and Penny Parker. Hela, I'm not surprised, went down a little bit here. 53. There's a lot of high win rate here. A lot of flanks, like I thought. Black Panther, Magic up high. Lowest on console is, again, still Black Widow. Kind of same suspects, which is crazy to see that we can sort these, and it's nearly the same towards the bottom. I'm a bit surprised that Squirrel is so low. I feel like across a couple maps, she's pretty good. And I thought on console with all that splash damage, like, I don't know. I thought she'd be much higher given all the ranks, but I guess not. I need to see what console high rank games even look like. Now back to PC, looking at pick rates, all ranks. We're going to sort it by individual here in a moment. Luna Snow at a whopping 20%. Cloak and Dagger, Mantis, all three strategists towards the top. Doctor Strange being the most picked tank within the game at almost 1 in every 5 games having a Strange, alongside Penny and Venom. I'm going to have to organize some of these. Like, we're not going to do this for all of them. I do want to know who's the lowest picked here. Storm, Black Widow, Wolverine. That does make sense. These are, yeah, and all the specialized hero. Namor down at 4% again is just not what I was expecting. I expect that to go a bit higher. So I'm going to start at my rank and the highest that we can go to, and that's Grandmaster and Above. So this is what would be considered the meta, right, in Marvel Rivals. What are the, best people playing in the game? And this also obviously has to do with pick and ban, and so pick rate might go down a little bit because they legit can't play the characters. Now, Hulk is typically banned a lot, so I'm surprised he still has a 10% pick rate. But look at that, 54. Top of the list is Hulk here, with Magic right behind that. Oh my god. See, Magic was my most played in beta and alpha. I had like 20 hours on her. But it's not that I abandoned Magic, but I kind of, she felt a little weaker, and I think she just got buffed as well. But Hulk is just clearly at the top because of him as a tank, but also his team up with Iron Man. His team up, the damage, the melt beam is too good, and that's why people just got sick of it quickly. With Hawkeye and Hela banned, it was an easy pick, and you can only ban so many characters. Magic coming in second, though. I'm telling you, I don't think I've played a game, unless it's a one trick, that I've ever seen Magic banned in the game. And that's obviously here with the 5% pick rate. But nearly 55% of those are won. And Iron Fist as well. Kind of crazy, some of these numbers. Like, again, these are the anyone playing these characters at this high rank have perfected the one trick on them, right? Magic, Iron Fist, Black Panther. Very low pick rates. Iron Fist is 1%, right? Like, that's obviously pretty crazy. So moving forward, if you're in this rank and you see somebody pick an Iron Fist, just know you have a pretty good chance to win the game. They might know what they're doing, right? Adam Warlock also very high with Mantis. And we can see Mantis's pick rate through the roof. We'll check that out a little bit later. But this is the rank that I want to scroll through. So Iron Man up high does not surprise me. Wolverine, though, obviously word has gone out how good of a tank shredder that is. And people at this high rank know how to play him the best, know how to kidnap tanks, and he alone kind of controls a lot of the tank heavy meta. Psylocke at 51, followed by Strange, Rocket Raccoon, and Hela. Hela's pick rate is so low, obviously, because she's just banned most of the time. And then we've got Loki falling off. Like, Hela and Loki fall off a lot in win rate as well, but that does have to do probably with the overall pick rate. And I'm telling you guys, Luna Snow, first stat that surprises me, 21% pick rate. Who's not banning this character? I feel like this is way up there in the bans. Again, it's typically Hawkeye, Ella, Hulk, and Luna, but only 50% win rate. So towards the bottom half of people winning, Penny drops down significantly from all of the tiers, right? I think she was like one of the highest picked tanks. She goes down dramatically here, down to 7%. So she was like 1 in every 5 games. Now she's not even close to like 1 in 10. Hawkeye's pick rate is low because he's always banned. Even if he does get played, it looks like he is not always winning. This is definitely interesting. Who's the lowest here on the win rate? Black Widow, Squirrel, Moon Knight. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, Moon Knight is so interesting. His hitbox is too big and he's too niche. Like when you put him with Groot, you know you can storm through a lot of strategy. He is good when people group up, but the problem is at this high of rank, people just don't tend to group up as much. And then we kind of see everything we need to know about Scarlet Witch. People want to know why she's ranked low on the tier list. There you go. Not even 1% picked, and she's not banned. I can guarantee you that. And even if she's picked, you have a worse chance to win the game than most heroes within it. Cloak and Dagger, though, right there with them. Also shockingly low win rate, which does explain a lot more why they got buffed. Now, if we do sort things by pick rate, this is where things get interesting. Doctor Strange is the highest picked character right now in the game at high level play. He's not banned, and he's an essential anchor for the team to just have that shield support. Obviously, a very good Vanguard at that, which is why I gave him S tier, which is why I think a lot of you guys should learn him if you haven't already. TP's huge, shield is clutch, insane stats. It's crazy. Doctor Strange is played in 1 every 3 matches, though. Like, what is this? Mantis, Luna being shortly behind. Again, not too shocking. Mantis is banned less than Luna, so this does make sense. Magneto at 20%, though, does jump out to me. That in Rocket. Rocket, I think, is going to be joined by Punisher a lot, but Magneto that high, you know, I guess that makes sense with Hulk banned. He's going to be kind of the next man up approach. Psylocke, one of the few DPS that's not banned too much unless somebody one-tricks it, so not surprised she's still high up on the pick rate. And then there it is, Punisher, which Punisher does redeem himself a little bit. Still a pretty low win rate all around, but his pick rate goes up because of Rocket Raccoon and Winter Soldier there, kind of for the same reason. And look into more, he is way higher, way higher at this rank than lower ranks, which is what I would, you know, what I thought here. He's not banned too often. Obviously, very good to handle flanks. If somebody is a cracked Spider-Man, Black Panther, even Magic, this is going to be your answer. A lot of Spider-Man mains always request Namor to be banned. Again, most of these making sense kind of how much they're picked, and it is going against with what I personally see. But towards the bottom, this is pretty crazy. Spider-Man not picked much at all outside of someone maybe like Necros, and even he's not playing him all the time, probably because it's banned. Captain America, Iron Fist, Squirrel, Storm, Black Widow, and Scarlet Witch at the very bottom. People were playing Black Widow more than Scarlet Witch. This, again, I just said this, but this is all the information you need to see on why she's ranked so low at tier lists whenever they're made. Now, Black Widow is picked more, but 39, you have such a big chance to lose the game if somebody on your team picks Black Widow. So to the 0.80% out there, pour one out. But Iron Fist, man, I might need to bump him up in high elo on my next tier list, because even though he's not picked, he's clearly good. I mean, like, the people that know what they're doing definitely clearly handle business. Now, we're not going to go through every rank and every category, but console, Grandmaster, top of playing console, Doctor Strange keeping his position up very high. Cloak and Dagger, though, going up a few spots above Mantis and Luna is pretty wild. I wonder why. Console players, help me out. Why are they picked so much? Magneto, Rocket, still very high. Groot goes up a significant amount over on console, and same as Penny. Penny goes up like almost, what, 5% nearly on console as well, with Thor staying up there too. You know who's not up here? Yeah, Psylocke. Psylocke goes down a fair amount. Namor goes down. Magic as well. Magic has a good win percentage still, but picked 9% of the time. So this is pretty similar to what we see. Scarlet Witch is picked obviously way more on console than in PC play, with Black Widow, Storm being the bottom. So like these same are going to share it. They're just kind of in different placements. And, you know, the bottom 10 still look about the same. But on the win rate side, we've got Magic at the top in console. Hulk, Mantis, Iron Man, Black Panther. Okay. Similar. Storm at 52% as well. It's like the Wild West, 2 different worlds out there. But this is a quick look at console and all of the win rates. Who's the lowest, you might ask? Black Widow, Squirrel, Moon Knight, Jeff, Scarlet, and then Venom. Venom, man, what a massive difference from Venom on all console and all ranks, or PC, and then in top of play. Now, again, I expect Diamond to be nearly the same in pick rate, and it's reflecting pretty much just that. Groot's played a bit more in Diamond, as you can see. Maybe a small bump up in Hela. Penny's definitely played a bit more. That drops off a tad after you get out of the Diamond. I feel like the Diamond push is probably one of the hardest, being honest here. With nothing else jumping out too much. Those stay about the same. Win rate-wise, Hulk is at the top, followed by Magic, Mantis, Rocket, Iron Man. So these aren't drastically different than when you get to the highest rank, with just a couple heroes falling off towards the top. But now I want to go to the highest rank that is not pick and ban. And let's go to the pick rate here. And still surprised, Doctor Strange at the top, Hela way up there, right? 20% pick on Hela. So obviously banned heroes get picked a lot more. Luna is going to rocket towards the top as well. Penny Parker in Platinum is played much more than Diamond and in Grandmaster. Only thing I'm shocked at is that the Hulk and Iron Man aren't up here. That's crazy. Their win rate is still very high, but I guess people in Plat just don't care. They don't want to do that. Like Iron Man is down to 5% too. That is what... That it should be a team up everybody's abusing at this rank. Where is Hawkeye? Here he is. 8% for Hawkeye. 47. So people could still pick him, but at Plat, they're not good enough. Which is why I ranked him a bit lower in my tier list for lower elo. Even though you can pick him, he's still not great. Whereas Hela, you have a good escape. She's still very solid. Highest win rate at Platinum is... Okay. Loki. Word's getting out. I got to get that Loki guy done. Magic, Hulk, Adam Warlock. Nothing jumping out too much outside of just Mantis being Mantis. All right, we're not going to go through gold, silver. I mean, I guess, we can look at the top of the top here. Gold win rate, about the same as platinum. Silver, about the same. Loki at the lower ranks is clearly dominating, though, next to Mantis and Hela. We got to check out bronze, though. I got to see what bronze looks like here. I got to see what bronze looks like across the board here. So in bronze, the highest win rate characters are about the same, but Penny Parker clearly jumps out as much higher than most ranks, as well as maybe a bump in Black Panther. Namor goes up a significant amount as well. Pick rate in bronze, you have so many Venoms, so much Jeff out there, just 1-to-1 with Quickplay. Penny, and then Doctor Strange goes from a 30% pick rate in Grandmaster and falls down to a 13% in bronze. You guys are going to have to check this out on the site and tell me what other drastic differences there are. But I got to say, this is a treat to see. And again, it's cool to see, not from like an unofficial site, but officially through the devs, like what we're looking at here for the meta. I would say they need to combine some of these. Like I want to be able to pick Diamond and Grandmaster together, or maybe all the low ranks together. I want to combine maybe PC and console together as well. So for a first iteration, it's not the worst, but it's definitely something I think can be cleaned up overall. So guys, that's about it. I mean, you can see the meta, top of the meta here. Doctor Strange clearly being the top of his role. These are going to be the duelists that are, going to give you the best chance to win with, bans being involved as well. Nothing too shocking in comparison to the tier list that we did put out. These are the strategists right now. Best chance to win as well, with Adam Warlock being the lowest. Probably the hardest to play of all of them, in my opinion. And then Vanguard with a clear-cut Captain America on the bottom, and Venom, which is why they both got pretty quickly buffed. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Again, another not high-produced video, but that's because I'm working hard on the balance changes and a visualization of all of them. So be on the lookout for that. If you haven't already, guys, subscribe. I guess I'll just take this moment to say we have hit 50,000 subs on this channel in 1 month of the game being released. Absolutely crazy. If you guys want to help me get the awesome plaque behind me, go ahead and subscribe. Still about 88% of you, we got the number down a little bit, have not subscribed. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Have a great one. Till the next one. Happy rivaling.